Is your cat always checking on you, just sort of looking around, making sure that you are close? Is it common for your cat to walk in a room, give you a look, and just keep on moving? If you find that your cat is always giving you the eye and making sure that you are still around and that everything is okay, this likely means that your pet views you as a source of great importance. In this material, we'll talk about some of the more notable reasons why some cats will in fact check in on their owners and what that means for you as a loving and responsible owner. If they've only got eyes for you, we'll talk about just why that is so. Interesting topic, and I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Given the nature of this subject matter, this video will be in the listing style. Line them up, knock them down, and then I'll send everyone on their merry way. Thanks as always for checking into Senior Cat Wellness. And now I'll talk about why your cat is checking in on you. First up, your cat is wanting to make sure that you are still, in fact, you. Making sure that everything is still fine and dandy, that you're okay, that the routine is still the same, making sure that for yet another day you are the source of the shelter, the great provider, the protector of the home. All the good things that your cat seeks on a regular basis. Cats love to act like they rule the world, and they do love that control, but at the same time they know, at least in that home environment, or at least they should know. That might be a different video if they do or don't know, or if they should know, but that you run the show in the ways that matter the very most to them. That little check-in, your cat just wants to know that you're still playing your role in the home. Another reason for the check-in, and this is not too much unlike the first, and that's all about your role as the great provider. Your cat could be checking in with you to make sure that you are around during the day, any given day, to provide the food and the water, the comforts. Litter box is full, your cat could be looking at you to make sure that you will be able to clean it. Now let's talk about attention outside of those essentials, the basics. Everything that your cat has come to lean on. Some cats check in because they want you to check in with them. They want attention, positive acknowledgement, a good petting session. Sometimes cats will play the role of our shadow, not because they really need anything overly important. They just want to be seen and heard. They're checking in to make sure their presence is felt and with the hopes that you'll respond. Some pets, some cuddles, some playtime adventures. Now let's move our topic to you directly. Specifically your general health and wellness. Some cats will check in to make sure that you're okay in the health department, especially if you're sick and your illness has caused the daily routine to shift or come to a complete stop entirely. Because while your cat probably doesn't know that you have the flu, they will be aware when things are different, and they'll be certainly aware if you've been in the bed or on the sofa all day. When things are amiss, your cat will notice. If your life changes, especially due to illness, their life will change, if only for a day. Felines are creatures of habit, and when the routine changes, they'll be very inclined to pay a visit to the person in charge of said routine, and that person is you. And of course, moving on to the next notable reason, if you are a loving and responsible owner, and if you've had your cat for a long while, and that bond of love and trust is strong, your cat could be checking in on you because they care. Not because they really need or want anything, not because you're sick, and not because they have doubts about your ability to provide the basics. They're just checking in because their daily life is not complete without you in it. If you've reached the point in the ownership journey where your cat wants to be near you with no obvious strings attached, then you're doing a lot of the right things. Now, given all that has been said, it's important to understand that some cats will check in far more than others. In fact, your cat's idea of checking in could be so subtle that you're not even aware they're doing it at all. However, I know from my own personal experience, sometimes I can't walk without one of my cats stopping, looking back, just to make sure that I'm still walking in their direction. This was most always the case with my senior cat, Burl. He passed away a few years ago, but one of his calling cards always involved looking back, just to make sure I was still on the same page with him in terms of where we were walking and where we were going. And on that note, another reason that I'll mention for the check-in it could simply be due a little bit of a loneliness, a case of the lonely. Some cats just want to be involved in the action. It makes them feel better. It reduces their own stress and anxiety level to be part of the team. I know that sometimes my cats will cry out if they know that I'm doing something and they can't be involved. Do they really care what I'm doing? Do they even know what I'm doing? I doubt it. Of course not, but hey, they want to be on board. If something is happening, especially if they know something is going on and they can't see it, they'll get rather fussy. This plays on the lines of the desire to check in, the want to, the desire to check in, and the anxiety when they really can't, at least not to their liking. In a nutshell, how much a cat checks in with you really boils down to how much they care, in truth, how much they care about you, and how much they value the environment and the setting that you've provided for them. I mean, there is a flip side to all of this, and I think we've either seen it or heard about it. Some cats are totally detached, completely aloof, and the very last thing they want is engagement. They're not checking in with anybody, and you better not check in with them, if you get me. Cats that really aren't used to human interaction or have had a horrible past with regards to people, often from a prior ownership experience gone sour, those felines can be quite dismissive. This is where survival of the fittest can become quite visible, almost to the point where you're simply there to serve them, not to engage with them. Give me my food, my water, my bed, my litter box, and then leave me alone. For every cat that is eager to check in, others have an entirely different objective, often molded, unfortunately, by some level of emotional or physical trauma. To the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, I'll now turn things right on over to you. Does your cat check in with you several times per day? Are you keenly aware of it, or is it more subtle? What about those days where a bad cold or even the flu kept you down? Was your cat even more engaged? Did they give you more affection and stay close to you during your own time of need? Your stories, comments, anything and everything. That comment section, as always, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd certainly love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And before I go, just right quick, I realize that I do produce evergreen, oh, I love that word, evergreen, evergreen content, material that can be watched any time of the year and it still holds value. But during this most recent time, here in early December of 2023, especially due to recent events, I want to let everyone know that all channel updates will appear under the Community tab. They always have, but I just wanted to make it verbally known. Updates on the channel. Any reasons for the lack of uploads at times, anything and everything, the Community section, the Community tab. That's where you can find information concerning the channel and just the general status of things. And as for this video, as always, I thank you so much for watching, and to the subscribers, the fans, and the friends, thanks for staying loyal to Senior Cat Wellness. Much love to you all, and I'll talk to you later.